Dead Rising 4 is here, guys, and the biggest thing about it is it's a Christmas game. Let's talk about it. Guys, my name is Zach, and I'm bringing you guys a new review today for actually a video game. I haven't done one of these in a while, but this is a game that I was going back and forth seeing if I wanted to. After I'd beaten the game and I played a lot of hours into this game, I finally said, you know what, I want to do a review for this. Team 4. So for fans who haven't played any of the Dead Rising series, we've had 1, 2, 3, and 4 now. The first one starring Frank West, second one starring Chuck Green, third one starring Nick Ramos, I think that was his name, and 4, we now have Frank West returning and going back to Wilmot, Colorado, where the first game had taken place and a new mall has been built and another zombie outbreak has came out. I can say is that I've always enjoyed all the Dead Rising games, and this one, in fact, I really had a lot of fun with. Does this mean it's my favorite Dead Rising? Absolutely not. For me, I really didn't enjoy this Dead Rising, and there are a couple gripes I do have about the game, but we'll get into that in a second. Pros first. Dead Rising 4 does a lot of great things in this. First off, Frank West, the new voice actor, there was a lot of complaints about why would they get a new one. I don't know why they did exactly. I'm sure they've came out with it, but from what I can see is that it didn't bother me. The first few minutes, I would say it was a little jarring to me, but after a while, the voice grew on me, and I couldn't even tell the difference. I really do like the voice actor who plays him. I did like the performance he gave, and that's another thing I gotta say. Frank West is actually really funny in this, and that's something that I think Dead Rising has been missing in the past couple of games, especially from 3. 3 had the balancing tone of, I want to be funny and kooky, but I also want to be super serious. Dead Rising 4 also finds itself doing that sometimes, but it mostly finds its grounding in the kookiness, funniness that Dead Rising really should be. And there are some serious moments in there, and sometimes it unbalances the tone a little bit from what tone they want to go for, but overall, the kookiness feeling does happen to still be there. Dead Rising 4 story, is it amazing? No. Is it fun? Oh yes. That's a zombie story. What do you expect from it? It's not supposed to win any awards. All I do have to say, the script is phenomenal. The dialogue is great for the whole story. Like I said, it's very funny, it's very out there, but the dialogue is very good. I had no problems with the dialogue, and the whole time I was playing the game, I was like, this is really good dialogue. This is surprising, because some Dead Rising games have horrible dialogue, but it's really smart and witty, and it reminds me of something of maybe even a Shaun of the Dead. Of course, the combo weapons are back. This time, there's a bunch and many of them, but it's pretty cool. You can actually just run up to a gun and see you have one of the parts to it. You can just start building the weapon there. You don't have to put it in your inventory or anything, which saves time, saves space, and helps you through it. Also, Dead Rising 4, the graphics in it, they're not award-winning, but for me, the coolest thing is that you do see a bunch of zombies on screen, and it's great. This open world, it doesn't look amazing, and it's nothing, like I said, it's not going to win any awards, but the zombies on screen is incredible. I remember I walked up to the top of this building, I was looking over, and there were just so many zombies, and obviously what did I do? I pulled out this Blambo, it's a crossbow, and a firework, and I started shooting into the crowd, and I got so many kills. And, you know, I love killing zombies. You know, it's so fun doing that in this game, especially with all the new combo weapons and everything. I found myself actually enjoying myself more and being able to explore, which brings me into my next thing. They got rid of the time limit. Some people might be pissed off about it. Some people might not be. I was in the minority where I actually didn't love the time system in the other two games, but I just got over it because I wanted to always kill zombies, so I'd always focus on my first playthrough, beating the game, getting the best ending I possibly could, and then going back and just killing zombies, which I think is that what is usually it should be, or maybe just taking your time, how do you do this, how to manage your time better. But for me, what Dead Rising 4 does great is without that time limit, it gives you such an open world to go do what you want. There's Maniacs, which is the version of a psychopath, which we'll get to in a second. There's tons of combo blueprints to find. There's a big open world. You can just literally hack and slash through zombies. There's little trials that happen, little random quests that pop up where you have to go save a survivor, empty out a depot, and get an exosuit, which we'll get to that even right now. The exosuits are badass, and they do a ton of damage, and it's really fun to just hop in one and just pick up whatever weapons you can and just destroy these zombies. But like I was saying before, without that time, it actually feels better without the time thing. I do think they should have added a difficulty meter to maybe where you can turn on the time limit and you have that, because I think I was at like day 15 by the time I'd even beaten the game, which is weird because you only have usually, what, 3 days? And for me, that was very jarring that they didn't even have that in the game, even as a difficulty setting. I know for the story, it doesn't matter, but for me, if I just ran through the story, I would have been able to beat it within the 3 days. And I think that's something that they probably should think about adding later on, because I think some people are going to be pissed off about not having the time in there. And for me, it didn't bug me at all, but I did enjoy not having there and being able to kill zombies. Like, I found myself for maybe 4 hours straight, I was just straight up just killing zombies, taking pictures, and besides that, doing nothing else but just having fun. I wasn't doing the story, I was just having fun. I enjoyed the hell out of myself for 4 hours, and that should say something. Guys, I've said my pros, but let's talk about Dead Rising 4's cons. It does have a couple. For all the big pros it has, there are some cons, and my first one's going to come with the Maniacs. They're the new form of psychopaths, and for some reason, they just didn't jar with me right. I didn't like them. They were fun, they were too easy to kill, but overall, they didn't have those cutscenes. They didn't give that flavor that the other Dead Risings have given for the psychopaths. And that's something that I was just really wanting from the game, and we didn't get it. I always loved looking forward to the psychopaths, no matter what Dead Rising it was. 1, 2, Off the Record, Case West, whatever Dead Rising you want to say, even Dead Rising 3, some of the people didn't like some of the psychopaths in there. I enjoyed them. They were fun to kill and fight. But that was something that I think Dead Rising 4 is very much missing, that doesn't make it feel like a Dead Rising 4 game. Also, the game is too damn easy. They should have added difficulty. I don't know if it's with the time limit not being there and me feeling like I was rushed. I don't know if it was just the durability of some of the weapons not breaking so fast. I think it's a lot of things that kind of made this game way too easy, and it made me think that they wanted to make this game more accessible, which is fine. I understand that, but I think for the cost of that, you're going to lose some Dead Rising fans who wanted more of an fun but hard game, which some of the other Dead Risings were. And that's my thing, is that Dead Rising is known for being a hardcore game where it's not the easiest game to play through. It gets pretty difficult sometimes, and that's what I think Dead Rising 4 is very solely missing. Besides the game being too damn easy and the psychopaths pretty much being not even there, Dead Rising 4 is a fun game. And I think a lot of people are going into this game probably thinking, it's probably going to be not even that good. But I think if everyone goes in with this game with the straight head, no perception on it, and just with their own opinion, they're either going to come out with this thinking, that was a pretty fun game, pretty fun Dead Rising game. And I think if you're not into the series yet, this is a game that you could probably get into and finally play and pretty much be more accessible to. You don't really need to play the other ones to understand much of the story. You pretty much get all the basics right from the beginning. But what I can say is Dead Rising 4 is probably the most accessible Dead Rising game, and I think that's something Capcom really wanted to put into the Rising game. I don't know yet. I gotta put more hours in it. The other games I've played so much of, and there's no telling if I'm going to love this game in a couple months or a couple years, or if I'm going to remember this Dead Rising game, just like how the first one was so memorable to me. Really enjoyed Dead Rising 4. I think it's a fun game. Some people are going to think it's a mixed bag. For me, I had my gripes with it, but it is one hell of a fun game. And a game to just go and hack and slash and kill and have some weird jarring zombie story and want to take pictures with zombies and do all this investigating stuff, which was really cool. They added that investigating journalistic part to the story that I didn't get to talk about with the camera. The camera is your best friend in this game. Just like how it was in the other ones, there's more to do with the camera, and that was a great thing that Capcom iterated into this. But Dead Rising 4, it's a fun game. I can't say much more about it, but I think if you guys go and pick this up, I think you're going to have fun by it. I think you know what you're getting with this game. If you're a hardcore Dead Rising fan, you might be disappointed with some of the little things they took out and some of the new things they added in. But overall, I had a fun time. I'm going to give Dead Rising 4 an 8 out of 10. What do you guys think about it? That's why I do this. I want to hear what you guys think about this game, because I'm really curious. Did you like Dead Rising 4? Is this one of your favorite Dead Risings, or was it a disappointment to you? Do you have some of the same gripes I had, or did you have more? There might be more from other people, but like I said, this is my review. This is my opinion, but I do want to hear what you guys think about this. So make sure to comment down below, tell me what you guys think. Also make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and check out many more reviews coming soon. I got some movie reviews, TV reviews coming up in the next couple of days, and I'm going to do another update for this channel very soon before the end of the year to tell you what I plan on doing with this channel starting January 1st. Thank you so much guys for watching this. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.